I'm Jane Gogodos and welcome to Beyond the Headlines. In this week's edition, we take the treacherous journey to Sapitwa to discover what makes it a no-go zone.
The 4 hours of trekking started on a very tough note. There is no clear path, but you maneuver your way through rocks by crawling and jumping and even passing through dark caves.
We take time off to visit the lizard island of Senga Bay.
Where we are right now is the Lizard Island, named as such because of many lizards found on this island. The island is home to several bird species, like the fish eagle.
Later, we'll look at the growing problem of electronic waste and ask how we are disposing of such waste. Thanks for joining and, once again, welcome. With a visit to the Mulanje Massif, and our destination precisely is Sapitwa Peak, the highest point in Malawi and of course Southern Africa. The peak stands at 3,002 meters above sea level. The mountain is popular for hiking, but getting there is not for the faint-hearted, as Simeon Boyce found out when the group of hikers, including Tourism Minister Michael Ussi and musician Lawi, dared the treacherous mountain.
My dream of visiting Mulanje Mountain came to fruition on Friday, 26th August 2021. I received a communication in the evening from the diary manager that I have been assigned to cover the 3-day hike to Mulanje Mountain organized by newly appointed Mulanje Mountain ambassador musician Lawi in a drive to market the peak to would-be hikers from across the globe. I've heard so much about Sapitwa and its treacherous terrain, but have not attempted the hike yet. So you can imagine my excitement at the invitation to join the hiking crew. We gather at Likumura CCP Lodge at the foot of the giant Mulanje Mountain as early as 6:30. Lawi, the musician, Michael Ussi, Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Culture, soldiers from Shangarume Barracks, and scores of other hikers are all here for the 3-day adventure. We are in good spirits and we are preparing our bodies for the tough ride. We start off at around 7. And just a few minutes later, I realize I am in for a tough assignment. The hike to Sapitwa is quite challenging because of the terrain. It requires one to have physical and mental stamina. After just 200 meters of hiking from Likubula, you start to experience the hurdles when covering the Skyliner, which is very steep. It takes you to Chambe, and then you cross Likubula River. You then experience Kaofiti, another tough ride, before reaching Chisepo Hut for a night rest. The first team, that included the Minister of Tourism, Michael Ussi, and MBC crew, arrived at Chisepo at around 2 p.m. after 7 hours of walking, while slow walkers like musician Lawi reached the point as late as 4 p.m.
There were moments when I nearly gave up, but I kept going because also on the other hand, the rest of the team was so positive and energetic, and there was cheering and there was lots of excitement, and the minister had already made way. He had gone forward, and that was a huge encouragement for me, and here we are.
As I slept at Chisepo Hut, I could not help but to think about the grueling first day and wondered what the next day would bring. My body was all pains, but having gone this far, nothing could faze me at all. The idea of giving up was crushed with the dawn of a fresh morning. And thank God, we were revitalized and ready for the day 2 of our Sapitwa hike. Growing up as a kid, I heard many scary stories about this place. Stories like Sapitwa is home to ancestral spirits that can make waylay and make you disappear. That Sapitwa, by its name, is a no-go zone for anybody, lest you provoke the wrath of unforgiving spirits. But here we are, our fears suppressed. We are on our way up, our sticks helping to anchor our weighty bodies. This is day 2 of our visit to Mulanje Mountain. We started our journey yesterday with a 7-hour walk from Likubula CCP up to where we are at Chisepo Hut, and we intend to continue our journey today to the final destination, that's Sapitwa. We set off to Mount Sapitwa, which is the summit of this mountain range. As we go higher and higher, visibility becomes highly compromised, save for the sky before us and a mist path ahead of us. The 4 hours of trekking started on a very tough note. There is no clear path, but you maneuver your way through rocks by crawling and jumping and even passing through dark caves. Others got injured on the way. Luckily, we had doctors amongst the hikers who provided first aid services as quickly as possible. After 4 hours that felt like forever, we are by the peak. Sapitwa is all before us for us to cherish, for us to take pictures, for us to sing. We are all filled by a sense of achievement. The unreachable has been reached. It's a feeling of a conqueror. The weather at the top is very friendly with us. From the top of Sapitwa, one can view Zomba Mountain and Lake Chilwa. In brief, I can say the scenery is stunning. Speaking after reaching Sapitwa, leader of the team, musician Lawi, said he is happy to have accomplished his mission.
Mission accomplished it is. And we couldn't have done this without the participation of everybody, including you, the media, for your coming and covering the whole event. I am very grateful to cover such a historical event.
Now, as an ambassador from here, what's next?
So we plan on making this an annual event. First and foremost, we are discussing, my team is going to be having discussions with the Office of the Minister, and from then we'll draw plans together with the District Assembly here to see how we can do different events that will promote, protect, and conserve, but also just encourage local citizens within Mount Mulanje itself, from the districts of Mulanje and Palombe, and on the other side of Mozambique, but also Malawi as a whole.
On his part, Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Culture, Michael Usi, said during the tour he has observed that Mulanje Mountain has beautiful scenery which, if promoted, can attract more tourists. He added, currently the minister is engaging donors to install cable cars on Mulanje Mountain and Zomba.
First of all, I want to thank the Almighty God for preserving our energy and making sure that we all arrive here safely. No injuries. It has been a difficult terrain, but we have made it. It's an experience, as I said, that is very difficult to really explain using whatever language. It's very important to make it more friendly when coming up here, but it's part of the fun as well. It's part of the fun. Some tourists would like to come here and, endure the difficulty, kind of maneuver their way through to the summit. But at the same time, we have investors who have talked about, introducing cable cars.
Doesn't matter how far I've come and how many places I've been to. This song is a big tune.
During my visit to the peak of Mulanje Mountain, one thing that I observed is that despite having the potential of developing into a tourism hub, the mountain is facing many threats. These include the planting of protected national tree, the Mulanje cedar, and the deliberate setting out of bush fires. We have made it to the summit of Mulanje Mountain. It is about 3,002 meters, that's above sea level. It was not easy. We had to meander through a lot of obstacles, a lot of stones, but we managed to maneuver. And I can say you too, you can do it. I have managed to do it. For NBC News from Mulanje Mountain, I am Simeon Boyce.
Staying with the theme of attractive tourist places, we head to Namalenje Island off the coast of Senga Bay in Salima. It is the smallest of the 3 Mareli Islands off the Senga Bay Lake stretch. The other islands are Maleri and Nankoma. As Frank Kapesa found out on his recent fun visit to the place, Namalenje Island, otherwise popularly known as the Lizard Island, is one tourist spot glittering with beauty.
Namalenje Island, also known as the Lizard Island, is one of the 3 islands that form the Maleri Islands off the shores of Senga Bay in Salima in central Malawi. It is one of the spectacular islands, some 3 kilometers into the lake, overlooking the famous holiday resort, the Victoria Beach. My journey to this island starts from Nguo, a small fishing community situated a kilometer or so away from Livingstonia Beach. So here we meet a man by the name Starter Motor, an interesting, shy-looking character who refuses to be photographed. For a 15,000 kwacha fee, Starter Motor organizes an engine boat to take us to the rocky island on a Christopher Columbus-like voyage of discovery. Well, in no time, the boat engine rolls its way into the open lake waters, heading to the hilly island. By the way, ours is not a speedboat. But anyway, it's not the speed that we're interested in. Rather, it's the fun and mounting expectation to get to and conquer the lizard island that is driving us crazy. So, we're in this boat with its funny, long name. Your wife is not your sister. Try again. Frankly, I don't know what the story behind the name is, and our tour guide has no explanation either. As we edge towards the island, its beauty unfolds before us. Exciting and unique rocky formations. Frankly speaking, I can't recall how long it took us from the mainland to reach one of the island's 3 docking places.
Where we are right now is the Lizard Island, named as such because of many lizards found on this island. The island is home to several bird species, like the fish eagle. People come here to relax, sometimes just to climb up there to see the beautiful view of Senga Bay. We also come here to feed the fish. In fact, there are several fish species in all colors, like red, blue and yellow. To us, this is an important tourist spot. We receive tourists from all over who come to spend their time at the island and appreciate its rich geological value.
Well, we jump off the boat to the beauty and adventure before us. As I said earlier, Lizard Island or Maleri Island has its own unique rocky formations that define its spectacular beauty. It is, however, not habited, as it is a protected area under the Lake Malawi National Park. And well, according to tourism records, the island is 168 hectares big. So, we take off to explore the island, and another 5 to 10 minutes climb takes us to the very top, where its cool breeze and abundant spectacular views sing an ever-inviting song to us.
It feels good to be here, but then it's like my first time. The last time I remember coming here, we just reached that far down there. But then this time around, we managed to come here with this crew over here. It feels so great, so great. And I will tell you one thing, hiking is the best thing ever, and it's the best feeling ever. If you hike, you feel like you have defeated something. We have defeated this mountain. there's Africa Bamamba on top of this mountain. So we feel we have defeated this place. I mean this island.
Okay, about the island itself, we're talking about tourist spots in Malawi. What do you say about the lizard island? Although I haven't seen a lizard yet.
Yeah. Oh, I saw two actually down there. I saw two beautiful lizards, and I saw what you call an eagle. We saw that one, and these guys are able to summon those birds, and they had to summon one of them, and it was right there. I don't know if you took a picture or a video, but then it was right over there. It was just close, and so many people were taking pictures and all that. It was great, and it's beautiful over here. I will actually advise people to come here and see for themselves, because it's beautiful out here. We are drinking gin over here. We're having fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
If you were to market Malawi, lots of people don't believe Malawi is beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know how you describe the beauty of this particular place, and especially to those in the diaspora and several other people outside.
Yes.
They actually think Malawi is a poor country. That's the line that you've sold the international world, that Malawi is poor, so everything in Malawi is poor. But Malawi is beautiful and rich in its natural resources and sites. How would you put that in this perspective, having taken a boat to this far?
Yeah, I would take it in a simple way. I would advise these people to come for themselves to see what's here, because we have a beautiful jambo right here, which is not common. It's actually found. It's only found here in Malawi. So I would actually advise them to come here and see for themselves. See what they can see. There are beautiful birds around here. There's beautiful lizards. It's beautiful actually. There are beautiful scenes, beautiful views. They can take good pictures. They can see whatever they want to see. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful place, and I will tell them straight that this place it's beautiful, and they're supposed to come themselves and see.
And for my new half-drunk friends, it's an opportunity to take selfies and down their bottles and time away.
Bye-bye.
Time at Lizard Island flies very fast, very, very fast. So we head back to the mainland, wishing we stayed by the island a little bit longer. The hour we stayed there was enough, though, to make us fall in love with this tiny but gorgeous island. Now, I can safely say that I have a new lover in mind. Well, one saying goes like this: if it feels good, do it. If it feels great, do it again. Well, this trip surely felt great, and therefore, I'll do it again. Senkabe and its within sight Lizard Island is surely a holiday destination worth visiting again and again.
The advances in technology are a welcome development for mankind. Technology has simplified the way of doing things, brought about effectiveness and efficiency. However, technology has brought its own unique challenges, one of it being electronic waste. In fact, we all generate e-waste, but how are we managing it? Our homes have become dumping places of digital waste such as dysfunctional phone chargers, computers, and other digital waste. Bernard Kankono reports on what is being done to manage e-waste in Malawi.
According to the International Telecommunications Union report on e-waste in Africa, generation of e-waste is skyrocketing in the region. The report points out on the need for proactive approach in managing e-waste. In Malawi, electronic markets have been flooded with handy electronics which are affordable to the consumers. Affordable electronics like Bluetooth speakers, torches, phone chargers, USB cables and many others have improved the lives of the people. When these electronics become faulty and irreparable, a challenge on how to dispose them arises. Faulty household appliances like old TVs, kettles, smartphone chargers, pressing irons and fans are piled in boys' quarters and other places within the compounds. Other people resort to not collect their electronic gadgets from the electronics repairers as a way of dumping faulty electronics that have been proven to be irreparable. Joseph Ntika is an electrician at Umpau area in Blantyre. Ntika says that the uncollected faulty appliances have created huge heaps of e-waste in his shop.
I do repair a lot of things, and most of the times I do encounter things that I fail to repair them, not because I'm not qualified, but because the fault is beyond my control. For example, this is an electric kettle. It's a very good one, and you can see the label. It's a Logic. Logic is a very good and strong kettle. But now you see that the fault that is encountering in this kettle is beyond my control. As an electric technician, I cannot maintain it. Even no one can do it, can maintain it here in Malawi. So you see how I'll demonstrate this. You can see that. First of all, just to test the coil. This is the coil, the element. The element is inbuilt for this kettle. It's an inbuilt element. So I will test it for continuity test. You see, if it's in good condition, it's supposed to give some readings there. But you see that it doesn't give any reading, meaning to say that this kettle is damaged, it's beyond repair.
Another electronic technician facing similar problem is Clement Mitomoni. Mitomoni says at times he dumps the electronic scraps in a nearby community dumping site.
Lack of spare parts for the screens of the old models makes it impossible for us to repair other screens. For instance, in my shop, there are more than 70 screens that cannot be repaired. We just keep them here. We don't know where to garbage them.
When not properly discarded, electronic influx can cause a great damage to human bodies and the environment. Lodwell Bakoro is a lecturer in electrical and electronics at the Malawi University of Business and Applied Sciences, Mubas. Bakoro narrates on the economic value of e-waste when correctly managed.
There should be a mechanism of collecting whatever people have discarded and then taking them to proper facilities where they can be properly rearranged, some scavenging done, where you can extract whatever is important and get rid of whatever is left properly and responsibly, so that is safe for the environment. Countries have facilities where you have these properly done. They could be private or owned by government. So there's an opportunity that people can own a business where they can, collect e-waste, managed properly, extract any metals that are there like copper, gold, and then get rid of whatever has been, whatever has remained to other facilities for recycling like plastics. So we can borrow a leaf from what other countries are doing and have proper policies and programs to make sure that e-waste is properly managed.
In a bid to control e-waste in Malawi, the Malawi Communications Regulatory Authority (MACRA) and the Environmental Affairs Department are strategizing on developing e-waste management policies. Taunga Mbare is the director at the Environmental Affairs Department. Mbare says once finalized, e-waste management policy will help Malawi to manage its waste properly.
The main objective of the e-waste policy that we are developing is to protect human health and the environment through an effective, efficient, and responsible e-waste management system. So it's going to help by protecting human health and the environment, but it's also going to establish systems for e-waste management, and to also provide a management structure for e-waste in the country, including a system that takes back e-waste, because as you know, currently we don't have any e-waste facilities in the country. So it will establish a system whereby e-waste can be taken back mostly by the importers, because currently we also are not producing e-waste at the moment.
Once finalized, e-waste management policy will help Malawi to manage its waste properly. About 3 million tons of e-waste are generated in Africa. Ironically, only countries of South Africa, Rwanda and Uganda have e-waste recycling sites. Unless properly controlled, e-waste shall continue to endanger the lives of people from Africa.
Ending with arts, the arts section. I really love this section. We meet Elilongwe-based young guitarist and audio producer who is determined to make a name for himself as a traditional gospel artist.
His name is Kondwani Billiat, but uses Apex as his stage name. His username speaks much of what he aspires to be, at the very top insofar as music is concerned.
Music, it's my life, because that's what I love.
Apex is pretty new on the music arena, but is determined and looks forward to leaving an imprint. And so far, the journey seems to have taken off on a promising note. The 25-year-old has an album which is more of a blend of several music genres such as reggae and dancehall, spiced up with some R&B. He's yet to establish his real genre, and at this stage, anything goes.
I play anything, like reggae I can do that, dancehall maybe only hip-hop I can do it, because I love it when I'm listening to it, but not I can't do it.
However, time is kind of defining him differently, and his music future seems to be pointing towards what he terms as traditional gospel, a genre he has developed a strong affinity for and wants to be defined by such.
Actually, my music is gospel music. Yeah, I do gospel music, and I love R&B music actually. That's what I want.
But for the marketing here in Malawi, you know, there is a little bit that love R&B. So I'm trying to mix up because I have a potential to do anything.
As a young artist, Apex has so much admiration for local music and musicians. Charity begins at home, so home is where he wants to start from.
I'm here in Malawi. We are not, of course, I have that mind of going abroad, but for now, I'm doing trade because I want to reach the I can say the culture of where I am. I should start from where I am, then I should go up like that.
He hopes and prays one day his music will fill the sound boxes both locally and internationally. And who knows, with time and dedication, Apex could be the name on the lips of music lovers.
Well, with that, we end this edition of Beyond the Headlines. Till next time, I'm Jane Gogodas. Thanks for watching and bye for now.